What's up, guys? Welcome back to Life Type Shit, our first actual episode, not the pilot. So, with that being said, what's up, Joaquin? What's up, Oscar? How are you guys?
What up?
What up? Friday morning for you guys.
Damn, yeah, lucky he won't be at work, huh? But
No,
hey,
I mean,
we'll miss you.
I'll be at Disney.
He'll be working.
Dang.
I'll be working.
Yeah, I don't think
fun or not?
I don't think Joaquin mentioned it, but he also works at Disney.
Oh,
I do work at Disney. I'm trying to quit, but I work at Disney. The last 5 years, I suck at quitting things. So I'm at the same first job. That was my first job. I applied on my 18th birthday. I applied, got it within a month, interviewed, and then by like November I was working. And it's been like 5.5 years later.
And you still haven't gotten that Aladdin part.
No.
Damn.
I think like the term is you got to be friends with Aladdin. You're like, I'm friends with Aladdin.
Okay.
So like he's not my friend yet.
Damn. Why is he hating, bro?
Bro, it's like I don't steal. I'm a goody two shoes. I'm a little Boy Scout. I don't steal.
He is a Boy Scout.
See, when you laugh about yourself first, it's okay.
Maybe you could have worked with Russell from Up.
Dang.
Damn.
I can
Is that
help
part
you.
of Disney? Yeah, it's part of Disney.
Pixar.
You would have been on there.
All right. Bring it back to the show. Back to the show.
All right. So, welcome back to the first actual episode. We're just gonna speak a little bit. I do have a few topics I have in mind. My bad. I will be talking about NBA men's basketball, if that's okay with you guys. I know, Joaquin, you're not very familiar with that. I hope to put you on as much as I can.
Bro, I
as
know
much as
nothing.
you want to learn. All right.
Nothing.
All right.
Sorry to cut you off, but I remember one time Joaquin actually called me when he was on his way to a Laker game last minute. So that way, like, people can know how much Joaquin really doesn't know. He called me. He only knew about LeBron James, and that's it. And he was like, what are the position? How many players on the court? I give him the whole, like, cliff notes on what basketball is.
He's like, all right, you got to know this guy.
The ball goes in the basket. Like, you can't dribble with two hands. But
Reeves?
I think you had it.
Reeves?
Yeah, AR-15.
Yeah, he's like, exactly. You got to know AR-15. You got to know this guy. You know this guy.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. How many points?
Yeah.
How many points is a touchdown? He's like, man, just Google it. I was like, all right.
I bet. All right. So, with that being said, I don't know how you guys have been keeping up with the games. I've been watching highlights just because they're in France. They literally play like at 8 a.m.
All right, wait. It's July 25th. When did the Olympics start? All right, if you're gonna school us about the Olympics, all right, tell us like when did the Olympics start? At least basketball wise.
Oh, bro, it's been years. Like
No. At the beginning of time. No, start at the beginning of this year. Like when did
the Olympics start this season?
It hasn't
it's been
officially
years.
started. The games have been
They're just
considered
exhibition,
friendly.
right?
Yeah, exhibition games.
Oh.
They're getting prepared. They're practicing all that. But I mean, even then, like, just them being exhibition games, I feel like even other countries, like, they're literally gunning for USA, bro. Like,
Bro, I've been seeing the memes. It's like when the Avengers assemble, and it's like I think it was like LeBron doing his like powder thing. Curry's like touching his ear.
Yeah.
Someone's like praying or something like that.
Yep.
Dang.
So that's basically what it is, bro. We get the best people from all over the NBA that's born here or either citizen here. We do have people that are like from Canada. Like when we faced them, bro, Jamal Murray was going off. Let's see who else. I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he was going off. Who else? They got the Greek Freak coming up. We have Nikola Jokic. Like, there's a lot of product from other countries, and there's still some product that like hasn't been like even to the surface yet. Like, we're barely learning about people. Like South Sudan, bro, we beat them by
1 point.
1 point.
1 point.
1 point, bro.
But it was like what 100 or like 90s
Nah,
or 80s?
it was like what 98. No, was it 99 to 100?
Like 100 to 101.
Something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it was a close game.
Yeah, so Joaquin, so you know, like NBA is like the best league in basketball, like in the world. But now, like some of the best players from other countries are now like the best players in the NBA. You got Jokic.
Who plays for who?
You got Greek Freak.
Jokic plays for Japan.
For the
or
Denver Nuggets.
Oh,
But he's Serbian.
Yeah,
Serbian.
Yeah, so he plays for Serbia. You got the Greek Freak that's from Greece.
So just because you play in the NBA doesn't mean you have to play for Team USA. You can like play for like Team.
Correct,
South
because
Korea.
you're still representing your country.
Yeah.
And then that's why there's a lot of, all the outside countries are always, gunning for the USA because they do have like the best players at the end of the day.
Mm.
But like the league has gotten so diverse with other races and stuff that like, some of the best players are from outside the country. I know, like just to name a few, that I know there's a lot more that's outside of the USA besides Nikola Jokic, the Greek Freak,
Luka.
Luka.
Luka's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Is there a big height difference? Like I see like all the NBA players are like 7 foot something minimum, or like 6.5.
Nah. Well, yeah. Like it depends what you mean. Like there's different positions.
There's some players that are like 6 feet, 6'1".
Yeah.
Which
That's still like
that's tall, like for us, right? Well, I'm 6'1", but like, but there's some players that are like 7'1".
Jeez.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
7'5". I think Wemby's what, 7'5",
Bro, Wemby.
and he's French. He plays for he's officially in the France team, right?
Yeah, he's playing. He's
All right, so
representing France.
right now we're in what'd you call it? Like the practice, like
Yeah,
regular-
exhibition games. Yeah.
exhibitions.
So they don't necessarily count, right?
Yeah, they don't really count. I mean, bragging rights they do count, but as in like score, like
When does it start?
When does it start? Yeah.
I think
know
it's
anything?
like maybe 2 more weeks, bro.
Okay, so basically beginning of August,
Around there, yeah, for
and
sure.
then like how many games? Like let's say, and like USA wins all of their games. How many matches do they have to go through to like become gold medalists?
Dang, the whole specifics, I don't know. I know it's like, is it not 1 game eliminations?
I have no idea.
It might be something.
That might
like
be short then. It's like 7 rounds.
Well, so it has to end before October, like mid-October, because that's when the regular NBA season starts.
Dang.
So for sure it's gonna end before that. I just don't know like the whole spill.
If you guys want to get like a good feel of like USA basketball, like the Olympics, you guys have to watch the Redeem Team on Netflix original. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right there, you'll learn kind of like what it really means to play USA basketball, how big a deal it is, how there's so many other countries now that are playing so well. And then, of course, like I feel like they made it about Kobe too. So I think that was pretty cool.
No, they definitely did. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I have
You
not.
should watch it, Joaquin.
I got a Netflix documentary for you guys, but I'm gonna keep listening.
If you watch, I would suggest watching it whenever you do have the time, bro. But like, it just explains into full detail, like he said, what it means to play for NBA, how like the players are, how does it make them feel representing us, like, because there was a point, the Redeem Team, it's called that because we lost, bro. Like we lost prior to that.
But what's the Netflix doc about? Like the last Olympics?
It's about the Redeem Team.
Like the Redeem Team that
In 2008.
when
Yeah.
they play. Olympics?
2008.
2008.
2008
Oh,
Olympics. So it's
okay.
what, every 4 years?
It's every 4 years. So 2004, bro, they lost. And then they lost, and like they made it seem actually
Like we
not
were a
made it
joke.
seem- Yeah.
Dang.
And like USA, like we invented basketball, so like we should be the best. We are the best players, and we still lost.
Yep.
Who was a winning team?
Was it Spain?
Was this?
Or was it?
Was it Spain or Argentina? One of them, I know for sure.
Watch us both be wrong.
I know. Hey, if you guys know, let us know.
It's like
but-
Lithuania.
Nah, I don't think so. Nah, but yeah. So that year, 2008, the Redeem Team, they went and they got Kobe,
Wow.
which was, bro, Kobe was fucking insane, bro.
So it wasn't in 2008 they lost. It was in 2004 they lost.
Correct.
Yep.
2008 they came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Right.
like slaughtered.
But like in between years, they do have to. There's always like a USA team, and there's like matches that do count in order for you to qualify for when it's officially the Olympics.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of countries that are trying out and they just don't make it because they don't win these certain games that they have to do to qualify.
So is it
in
like
order to compete in
a
the tournament.
year's process to like qualify for that?
I think it's a little like. Are you more familiar with soccer? It's like the World Cup. Like the country teams, they do have to play certain games in order for them to even participate in the World Cup. So it's the same with the Olympics.
So you're saying there's countries that like don't get to compete?
Correct.
Yeah.
Damn.
They don't
Right.
make the cuts.
Yeah.
Like Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I was like looking at the side. I
no,
didn't see Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mexico, bro.
Oh,
They're
we're not tall enough.
There's no tall Mexicans, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
All right.
We could barely do it in soccer. All the other countries are whipping our asses.
Yeah, bro.
Jeez. Okay, so then that's with men Olympics. With the men NBA, is there a women Olympics for basketball?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is that like also the same time period right now?
I don't know the whole specifics just because I don't watch them like that.
Oh,
But I
okay.
do know.
Not yet. All right.
Yeah.
For sure. What about normal? So regular football. Wait, no. So we're talking about basketball. You said, Oscar, you're mentioning that football starts in like November, right? Or like when the
Football
season
starts in September,
September.
like the second week. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. So tell me a little bit about football. Like, tell me your background, like your team, all this stuff, because I still don't know. I've been to like 2 football games. I still don't know anything.
Yeah. Well, I think football's a little bit more complicated because it is an 11-man sport. There's always 11 players on each team, so it's a little bit more difficult.
How
more,
many on basketball?
more positions. In basketball, it's just 5.
Really?
Yeah, it's just 5.
It's 5 on the court, but there's like
There's bench
Yeah, 5
warmers.
on the court.
That's me.
Yeah, and then in football, there's also like special teams, and it just gets a little bit complicated. So it's a little bit more difficult to follow. In the end, you just gotta remember like this team has to put it in the end zone, you know. But yeah, I'm a 49er fan, diehard 49er fan. Been a Niner fan since the day I was born. I bleed that red and gold.
What made you choose 49er?
My dad, I was inherited.
What made him choose?
I don't know. You grew up in the 80s, and back in the 80s, the top 2 teams were Cowboys and Niners. So like you were either a Cowboy fan or a Niner fan.
Was like the 49ers always from California?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like, yeah,
San Francisco
like
in the Bay. Yeah, but a lot of people were also like Cowboy fans because they were winning too. I think, they won many championships in those times. And since then, like everyone that grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, that was just kind of your team.
Dang.
Yeah, so like now...
And now California has like 5 football teams.
Yeah. They have like fake teams. They have like the Rams.
Nah, bro.
They got fake teams.
The Chargers.
They got junior teams.
Yeah.
All right, the Chargers, yeah, you can talk shit about them, bro. Not the Rams, bro. Come on.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I don't know because I know Angel's going to talk about his Rams and stuff. And they did win the championship by beating us too. So it's okay.
Yeah.
5 is still better than how many championships y'all got? You don't even know because you're not even a Net Rams fan. So I know originally the Rams were in LA many years before Angel was even thought of. Then they went to St. Louis, and then they came back to LA back in like 2018. So
no, we had golf since when did we draft him? Like, oh, you mean like back to LA though?
Back to LA. I think it was like 2017, 2018.
I think so.
Yeah, so like all of a sudden everyone became a Rams fan because everyone wants
LA.
to go for their home team. That's the truth. So I don't necessarily knock it. I only knock people that like had a different team beforehand, and then they want to switch up just because there's a new team. I don't know. Sports is like it's like women. You can only have one. You can only have one team.
True.
If you don't want to get in trouble.
True.
Bro. So you said I don't know, bro. The
Tell
Rams.
you what. Oh, no, sorry. Finish.
Nah, we won 2020, bro. We did beat you guys. I will say that. Not bragging or nothing, but when's the last time you guys won?
It was a long time ago.
Hey, but they made it to the Super Bowl.
5 is still better than 1.
And they made it to the Super Bowl.
One recent one. We got it.
Yeah. So Angel claims he's a diehard fan, but he doesn't even go to the games. Just letting y'all know.
Hey, I watch them every Sunday though, so it's all right.
All right.
He's got plenty of hats to like show he's a fan.
Yeah.
So then I guess I'll tell you about my little world. So it's actually because of a Netflix documentary. There is a Netflix doc called Drive to Survive. I think they're on season 6 right now, which means like it's been going on for 5 years, and it's like a drama about Formula One. But what's so cool about Formula One is like not only is there like a ridiculous amount of money in it, there's like so much history because it's worldwide. Like there's 20 teams. Yeah, 20 teams. 20? No, 20? No, there's 10 teams, but there's 2 drivers per team. So like there is like 2 different like people driving for the same team on every single race. So in case one crashes, there's still a chance for it to go in. And what's cool about Formula One or like racing is there's 2 different types of championships. You have the drivers, which naturally is like the driver that scores the most points. But with those 2 drivers, you can win constructors championship. But it's not only the drivers that help contribute points. Is behind the scenes, the teams are getting like, and not like interrogated, but like they get inspected on like the performance of their car and their upgrades. So every single race, so it's like every week or every 2 weeks, they have to have an upgrade. And depending on how that upgrade does and what it is, they get points added to it.
Is there a specific team you go for?
So yes. So it's kind of a bandwagon because like Red Bull the last 3 years.
It doesn't matter though because you just got in it, so it's whatever.
Exactly.
But as long as you stay loyal to that,
Just one. Team Red Bull.
Team Red Bull.
But the reason I chose there's a saying in Formula One. Everyone is a Ferrari fan. Like the saying is like when you ask a little kid to draw a car, they color it red.
That's
and like
true.
so like that's what they say. Like that's all you need to know about Ferrari. So like everyone's a Ferrari fan, but there are some people that say like no, I'm just Ferrari. But really like what's cool about it is because like the drivers get traded all the time, just like football and like mainly baseball. They get traded all the time.
Who's the number 1 driver?
Max Verstappen, which is for Red Bull. Max Verstappen.
Who's like the legend? Who's like the Michael Jordan of Formula One?
So the Michael Jordan is like alive right now.
Or LeBron James, whoever. Yeah.
Wait, is that the guy that's on Team Jordan, or with the Jordan brand?
No, someone else.
So-
I have to figure out who's on.
So who is it, Joaquin?
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis
Lewis Hamilton
Hamilton.
is the only black guy.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He's won the championship 7 times.
Wow.
7 times, and it's been equaled by another guy. Like, I think there's like LeBron, but who would you say is a much older player?
Then LeBron? Michael
Yeah.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Okay, so Michael Jordan. The Michael Jordan is Michael Shoemaker. Say Michael. And then the Kobe Bryant, or like the LeBron James of now, is called Lewis Hamilton. But Lewis Hamilton has scored, I think he's won over 200 races.
And that's never been done.
No, he's only 200 podiums. So that means he's been top 3.
So
times.
why isn't he the GOAT? Or why isn't he?
He is the GOAT, but as of right now, Mercedes, I think in 2022, the FIA, which is like the NBA, you know, like the people that control everything, they change every year things about like what you can and can't do about your car anymore. So before they used to have like V8, V12, V16 engines. Now they only have V6. So they're changing it to be a little bit more like fuel friendly, but now they have like electric components into it. So now you have like
so
a
it's even
battery.
faster still.
Exactly. So there's points where you can like use your battery that you have to charge throughout the race to go faster. It's so complicated. So technically Formula One is not just like a driving, it's like a technology kind of sport.
Don't you feel like that kind of takes away from the racing though?
So
or
that
like part of where it came from, you know?
Well, that's the thing. So it's cool because like if you would argue it's a little bit safer because to use that electric part, you have to be within 1 second of the person. So you can't always just use it or just like have it like the juice all the freaking time. Has to be strategic parts of it because not only is there Formula One, there's actually Formula E, which is like electric racing.
Oh,
which is pretty sick, but that's a whole other world I haven't even come into. But there's that, which is like pretty wild. And so I was gonna say real quick, yeah, back in like 2022 or 2021, Mercedes had to like change their engine completely. Like FIA said, like, okay, new changes about their engine, and like Mercedes was the one that got like screwed, and they've been flopping for the last 4 years. So Lewis Hamilton, who's won 6 championships with Mercedes and then 1 with McLaren, for the first, this is like history's being made. He said, you know what? Peace out Mercedes. I'm going to Ferrari.
Oh, wow.
So it's like we have a term called silly season, which is when drivers always change. Last year, not a single team changed. Like not a single driver changed teams. And now because Lewis Hamilton is going to Ferrari, they kicked out a Ferrari driver, which is a big deal. So everyone's trying to figure out where he's going to go. But now like Mercedes has an open seat. So like everyone's trading right now, which is it's pretty cool because one, you can be a fan of like a car brand just because like you like the brand. You can be a fan of like a player because like they move around so you can still support it. And then you can also be like pro USA or pro Spain or pro like
because they have their own drivers.
Yeah. So like the US has only one US team, but they don't have the US driver. So like you're kind of a fan, like you're a fan of Haas, which is like the US racing team, and then you're a fan of like the US driver, but like he's either 20th place or 19th place. And there's 20. So
we get the sucky drivers.
We do get the sucky drivers.
Well, I'm glad you found the sport. I know we kind of, you told me we kind of inspired you a little bit because me and Angel are always going back and forth with sports.
You guys are always talking about sports. Like Oscar's always bagging on Angel. He's like, my weekend was great because we beat the Rams. We did this, we did that. I was like, man, yeah. I needed to. So it would be pretty cool to like at least within like the next shows where we do talk about sports to like tell you more about it because like dude, there's so much stuff that happens in Formula One and it's pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, just off you telling that, bro, like it seems more complicated than football. So I still don't understand how you don't know football. And you know this. Well,
that's the thing because like there's 7 players and you guys know every single player of the team, and then there's like 10 different teams you got to know because like the beef and the stories. That makes it 70 freaking players. A lot of drama.
Crazy. Damn. So Formula is really like that. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I never watched it, but like I love drinking Red Bull. I love Red Bulls. That's kind of a tough thing to say out loud.
Red Bulls. Give me that taurine.
Red Bull's the shit. It's actual fuel in you. So that's why I fuck with it. And I know Joaquin is a Red Bull fan, so I fucks with it.
Support
too.
Yeah,
I support.
But
just because I know Joaquin's a Niner fan too.
Dude, die hard. Yeah. I'll buy a hat. But what's it called? The more I learned, Monster is a big freaking sponsor in Formula One.
Oh wow!
So Monster sponsors Mercedes and McLaren. So like, and then Celsius just came in the game. They sponsor Ferrari. So it's kind of cool now. Like you know how you like the Red Bull cans? Now you can get like I think Celsius cans that have like Ferrari on it. That's kind of sick.
You can buy an actual jersey, right? Like or it's like they're like
polos.
Yeah.
No, like jerseys. It's like
jerseys.
Yeah, polos. I don't know. They're like $70. So
what size are you? I'm gonna get you one.
Oh, medium.
Medium.
All right. Well, before we wrap up this episode, okay, so tell me a little bit about like NBA. Like that's like such a broad question to ask, but I feel like one thing, like, all right, let's say you live in California. What are the two teams you got to go for? Like, when does the season start? When does the season end? Like, when is the Super Bowl? Because I feel like everyone should know that by now. I don't even know when the Super Bowl is. And what would be cool is what's like what's like the prize pot? Like, how much does each team win?
For what?
I guess like winning the Super Bowl.
Because you said NBA.
You said NBA and
my bad.
So which one?
NFL.
NFL football?
NFL. Yeah. Well, I guess you can tell me both. I feel like if which one?
So honestly, if you're in LA and you're like looking for a team,
there's only one team, bro.
It's kind of crazy because like the NFL, they just had like an NFL team in the LA area. They used to not have one for a while.
So if they're not in the NFL, where do they go?
They were like, so the Chargers, they were in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Rams were in St. Louis, so there was no other teams.
Oh, there was no NFL team in LA. I got it.
Correct. There was
Raiders used to be, right?
San Francisco Niners. They were in San Francisco, and then the Oakland Raiders. Oakland. Yeah. So out in the Bay Area. So honestly, everywhere it's funny because the NFL is like the only sport here where like you find fans from anywhere. When it comes to basketball, I feel like everyone's like a Laker fan. I mean, you do get those occasional Clipper fans. Yeah. And then everyone's a Dodger fan. Sometimes you get the Angels fans. You know what I mean? It's like, eh.
It's like...
but in football, it's so diverse. Everyone kind of goes for everyone.
It's like an even playing field.
Well, actually, I will say this. Him being right about like the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys, because the Cowboys are considered America's team. I don't know why, bro, to be honest. Like,
they bring in the most revenue and stuff like that, too.
Patriots is England, right?
Patriots is England.
So they can be in the NFL?
They're in the NFL?
Yeah, they're. Yeah.
Is there any, okay, I don't mean to digress, but like besides Patriots, is there any other team that's like outside of the U.S.?
For NFL? No, I don't think so, right?
No.
Dang, so the Patriots, like they smoke and they're like...
In basketball, there is Toronto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Toronto Raptors, yeah.
Oh.
But in football, no.
All right, sorry. Continue on football.
Now you get well, I was gonna say, what was I saying?
So you're telling me kind of like laying it low. I mean, like if you're an LA fan, like who's
what team to root for?
For basketball, bro, the only team you can root for without getting made fun of is the Lakers. Like you do have your, like he said, then occasional Clippers fans, bro, but like the Clippers, they're always gonna be Team B. Like, all right, like they won't ever. I don't think they'll ever win a championship.
That's like when you run into some twins and you kind of pick the ugly twin. They're still like identical, but one has like a lazy eye or something. Like that's what it's going.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what it is, bro. Choosing the Clippers, bro. To be honest.
And then what about NFL?
It's I'm telling you, it's different. I mean, if you're just coming up and you want to join a team or whatever it is, I guess you can say the Rams because you're in LA. But the funny thing is about that, Joaquin, and you can't be a hater, Angel. When the Niners come to play at SoFi Stadium, there is more Niner fans.
I was about to say
there's a bunch of for some reason
we call it the Red Sea, baby.
Bro,
it's all red everywhere.
No
red
everywhere.
So I mean, you can say you could also pick the Niners, and I'm not gonna lie,
they're here so often.
Yeah, and in Mexico, to be honest with you, like football has gotten so big in Mexico. There's no football teams in Mexico, but every year they do play one in Mexico. So there's a ton of fans. I've traveled in different parts of Mexico, in TJ, in Monterrey. In Monterrey, there's a lot of like football fans. There's a lot of Niner fans.
So
a lot of Niner fans.
For someone that's like getting to know this, I think it's safe to say like if you're an LA diehard fan, it's the Rams. But if you're in the know, low key 49ers.
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Yeah. Say that.
Yeah. But the culture is kind of the Niners. You gotta admit that.
Okay.
I mean, you do see Rams gear everywhere because it is LA, but like we know.
I do see a lot of 49ers. Yeah. Ever since like you guys got me on, I've been like looking. You see a lot more regular.
So our stadium is called Levi Stadium in San Francisco. So right here, we don't really call it SoFi Stadium. We just call it Levi South.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, because I swear he's right, bro. Every time they come play and I'm watching.
Oh, Levi South.
Levi South.
I just got that. Whoops.
A minute later.
Yeah, I was like Levi South. Okay.
No, but it's good. It's it's all fun and games. I know it's unfortunate that sometimes you go to the game and there's always fights. But I mean, it's a whole different level when you go to games.
And he's the one starting with his dad.
They don't finish it, but they start it.
Something like that. Nah, man, we just have fun. We just talk shit respectfully,
Oh,
we disrespect you respectfully.
Okay, we definitely have to like start it on another episode. But I love the stories that you would tell me about, like, like when you're like, what was it like when you're with the cheese? Like you're grating cheese on different people. You can explain that next time. But also you're like, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, I could just say it real quick.
Yeah, just say it real quick.
I'll just say it real quick. So,
obviously
last year the Niners won the playoffs. We made it to the Super Bowl. But the first playoff game was against the Green Bay Packers. Me and my dad actually went to that game. It was a rainy game. And so it was a very, very close game. At one point we were up, and then, we're just talking crap. And I was talking to we're surrounded by Green Bay Packers fans because we were on the Green Bay side because the tickets were a little bit cheaper too. But I also like to talk crap. But I was surrounded by Green Bay Packers fans, me and my dad, and they ended up scoring on us, and they were up with like very little time left. So it didn't look good for the Niners. And then this guy, he starts grating cheese because the whole game I was grating cheese.
Okay, you were doing it first, right?
Yeah, I was doing it first. I was definitely doing it first. I was just grating cheese, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make some enchiladas with your cheese, man, like that. And the guy was getting mad, and then finally he was up. He was doing it back to me, but he was getting a little disrespectful. But I don't know if I was just taking it personal. I was probably being a sore loser. But then boom, we scored. We got the interception. I started doing that, and I just told the guy sorry, and there's a video of me telling him sorry, you suck, and I was grating cheese, and then I turned around again, and he was gone already. He threw his hat on the floor, but it was fun. I love talking shit. I love going to the games.
That's so cool. So if you were, I mean, you're a big fan, so I guess like you go like front row. But like I don't want to say like Angel, but like Angel, when you go to the games, like what's like the typical price? Like if you're trying to go to a LA game, Rams fan.
It depends, bro. To be honest, it depends on the game and it depends on the rivalry. Like. Everything I get from Ticketmaster, bro, even with those fees, bro, they're kind of expensive.
SoFi Stadium is very, very expensive.
Yeah, bro.
It's really hard. I don't know how people.
I went there the other week. It was huge.
Yeah, it's a big stadium.
Wow, and it's covered. It's like outdoor, but it's still covered.
It's covered.
Yeah, the food is trash unless you're like sitting VIPs in the VIP section where it's like all you can eat. Then the food is pretty good. I never sat at the VIP section in SoFi Stadium. I just know someone that did, and they were just bringing me food, so that's how I know it was good.
But it was like what, like $200 a ticket, $100.
No, they're like $500 at least.
No, not VIP, but like let's say like if you were a beginning fan and you want to get like a
like the nosebleeds.
I wouldn't want to say nosebleed, but like middle,
150 minimum.
Yeah, well, with the fees you're paying like $250.
Yeah.
So like nosebleed is $250.
Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive.
And then what about if you want to go to San Francisco for
they're still very
Levi
expensive,
North.
but they are a little less expensive.
So you're still paying $250.
So like $200
for nosebleed.
Yeah.
Well, how much is front row?
I mean, it depends on the game. Depends on the time of the game. Front row generally, probably like $600-700.
So you're saying
at least.
So you're saying if you want to be a fan, you should go at the beginning, like when the season's just starting, because tickets are cheapest.
Well,
nah. I would say if you want to be a fan, bro, choose a rival game that's gonna have you up. That's gonna have you standing.
So those are gonna be a little bit more pricier. The ones that are like primetime games, meaning like it's a night game. There's only one game going on. Those are kind of like the games to go to, or just simply like how Angel said, like rivalry games, because the stadium's gonna be packed. You're gonna feel the energy. People are gonna be talking crap. People get a little emotional. Yeah. It gets crazy, man.
So you're telling me if you wanna like, you got to do it right. There's only one way to do it, and if you're gonna do it right, you got to spend around at least like $600 for 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I know we played you guys week 3 here at SoFi Stadium. So those games always crack.
Yep.
49ers versus Rams.
It's a rival game, and it's like he said, bro. Everyone's just talking shit. Like as soon as you score, you're gonna get looked at. You're gonna get literally people are just gonna be doing shit to you, like just so you can see, and then the same way back, bro. But for sure, you gotta pick a rivalry game.
All right. I think with that, I think we'll conclude it. I think honestly, this was like super fun to talk about sports, just because like I feel like I'm learning so much, and I hope like you guys are too. And honestly, I'm stoked to like tell you guys more about Formula One, because like I forgot to even tell you guys. There's 3 days of racing. There's not just one.
Oh wow.
There's 3 days of racing, so it's just kind of like shoot, I didn't even tell you about that. Actually, tomorrow is like race day number 1. So like we're in Belgium, we're in Spa, in July. But yeah, I'll tell you more about that. But
sports is always a fun thing to talk about, especially because we're so passionate about it too. But you know, expect more from us too. We're not gonna just talk about sports. We'll always talk about life type of shit.
Life type shit. What was
sure.
What can they expect within like I think next week the episode's gonna drop. So what would be episode number 2, Angel? I have right here. Oh, you know what? I think we're supposed to talk about basketball culture in LA. Actually, what if we just do that? We can talk about like sports culture in LA. Like we can talk about like basketball, like the true, like give me a little bit more feedback about when the Rams started, when like Levi South started, you know, all this stuff. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I mean, just to say more and give more input, this podcast was for the reason, like I said, self-growth. I want all of us to grow as a person, as together, as ourselves. I do want to put the viewers on, as well as have them put us on. And then just everyday life, as well as like stuff that's happening current in the world. Doesn't matter. I feel like we can talk about anything with no one's feelings getting hurt. So for sure, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, expect like us to talk about rap,
yeah,
food,
everything. Yeah,
Damn,
sports.
Tell me more about the Drake and Kendrick. I don't know anything. You guys give me a little bit, but
we'll have to talk about it on the next one.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully, if you're watching live, we'll see you in a week. If not, just wait 2 seconds.